What's good, everybody, and welcome. If it's your first time viewing, welcome back. If you're returning, I'm the Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blank,
And we are
the
the
Melanin
Melanin
Mindset.
Mindset.
Yeah, one day.
One day.
We just got to record it when we together because clearly we
Yeah.
can't hear the other person saying it. So
Yeah, it's
just,
not going to work.
yeah.
It's all right. All right, so what's good, everybody? We are so happy to have you all tuned in with us this evening. Special shout out to you all for hopping in as soon as we went live. All right, so I'm going to do that thing that I do each and every Monday about this time of day, okay? If you are not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please check us out, The Melanin Mindset on YouTube. Smash that subscribe button and make sure you turn on those notification bells. And to all the YouTube viewers out there, if I can get it out, please go ahead and share this right now while I tell you the other ways you can connect with us on social media. We can be located on Facebook, The Melanin Mindset, Twitter, Melanin Mindset _ Instagram, Melanin Mindset _ and then TikTok, The Melanin Mindset. All right. So follow us on all of our social media platforms so you can stay in tune with the Melanin Mindset, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, friend. So you go ahead and do that thing that you do. Go ahead.
So today, guys, we're gonna have a little debate, a little argument. We just kind of was sitting around thinking about different topics, and when you go through social media, you see a lot of things that could be controversial, where you would take one side, somebody else might see it differently. So this is gonna be a fun episode, lighthearted. We really want you guys to interact and let us know your opinions on our topics that we've picked for this evening. And so let's go ahead without further ado. And we're going to start off with something that's been trending. And if you have not seen or heard of this video, maybe you just don't involve yourself in social media whatsoever. But I even think they talked about this on TV. I seen it on, I don't even know what it was, but I would think at the barbershop they said it on the TV. But anyway, there was a video that went around where the baby daddy came and he bought food for his child. But the mother had more children. So she was upset because he didn't bring enough food for all of the children. And so then, of course, the internet goes wild with who was right and who was wrong. Do we have a video clip for this, friend?
We do. Here we go. Let me take the frame off because I need them to see it.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Kids together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids?
Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it here.
Bro, like,
Give it here.
Kids,
Give it here.
Done.
There was some other clips too, because he was trying to really make sense of it. Like, you trying to tell me I can't get nothing for my kid just because you got other kids call their daddies. So I don't know about this one, my friend. Where do you stand on this?
I'm with the unpopular group. I'm pretty positive about that. All right, so let's just I like black and white, and she could tell you I like literal. I'm very linear. So when I see it, I see good, I see bad. I don't that middle part it bugs me. Okay? So if we look at it from a literal sense, legal sense, one kid belongs to him. One kid is his responsibility. It is not his responsibility to provide for these other children. If they are not married and they are not cohabitating, he is literally we don't know if that was that man's last $5. And she could have, because of her food stamps not being there, she could have called him and been like, I can't feed the kids. And so in his brain, he's probably thinking, and I'm sorry, I'm playing devil's advocate here because I'm sure I'm making a lot of people upset right now. But the thing is that imagine like that might be his last $5, right? And then on top of that, she called him and told him, I can't feed the kids, blah, 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 blah. So he comes and brings food. He thought he solved the problem. Let me feed my kid. Maybe you calling your other baby daddies to feed your other kids. I don't know. We don't know any background on this scenario. But as far as like black and white, like I said, I'm very much so literal. So for him, he provided for the one that he is legally responsible for. Should he have brought food for the other kids? Yeah, it would have been a nice gesture. But is he obligated? No.
And that I mean, I guess that's kind of, mine not going to be as literal as yours. Like,
Who is
like,
Kwanda? Kwanda, we friends. Hey
yeah.
Kwanda, how you doing?
Yes. Just because he bought something for his child, I do not believe he's obligated to feed the other children. However, I have multiple children, and one getting something and the other one's not tends to be a little bit of a problem. And I could see that she might have been a little disturbed by it, but it was so many other ways that could have been handled.
Right.
Like, okay, little man, go with your daddy and eat and come
Like
back
eating the
and
car
done or
and come
something.
back.
Like it the video itself lets you know that you're not dealing with level-headed individuals. So that part right there, just because when you get your food stamps, got to do with me bringing my kids some food. I don't understand. All of it was a mess. But no way, shape, or form do I believe he's obligated. It would have been nice, but he's not obligated to feed those little children.
And see, that's where my head goes immediately. Like, I'm like, he's not required. It would have been a kind gesture, but he's not required. Like, there's no obligation there because that's just like I said, black and white. Just black and white. So let us know to those who are out there viewing, because I saw a TikTok too, friend, and on the TikTok, this one lady said, "Oh no, it would have went a little something like this." And what she had got was a McDonald's with chicken nuggets and a large drink, because it looked like it was a large orange drink that she threw.
It definitely looked like a large Hi-C.
Right. And so what she ended up doing was she went ahead and she got chicken nuggets. She went ahead and got a large orange drink, and she got a large fry. Right. And this lady was like, nope, if that would have been me, it would have went a little something like this. She got that 10-piece nugget and she split it up between 4 plates and was like, wait, his kid gets the extra nuggets.
I'm done.
And then she was like, let me see. And she up here balancing out the fries, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's it. That's his daddy. He get extra fries. And she gave him extra fries. And then she took small styrofoam cups and put the orange drink in 3 of them. And then she was like, it's his daddy. He can have the rest of the big cup. Right? And then she was like, y'all come on, get something to eat. It's not dinner, but it's a snack. I was like,
that part.
Period, sis. So with that, it's like so many other ways, like you said, that it could have played out. But I'm definitely on team. He had no responsibility to do that. He didn't have the obligation to do that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'd have been like, so you okay. It wouldn't.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
but
enough.
No, first of all, the whole recording and then I'm gonna be ratchet and rude. Like, no. For what?
Now I know I wouldn't have been that. No.
It would have been more something that we was talking about later. This is just an era of recording every damn thing. I don't understand. Put your phones down and enjoy yourself. Why you gotta record everything? Every stinking thing got to be recorded. I don't understand.
Girl, it's serious. It's serious. Listen, while we waiting on some people to give their feedback in the chat, let us know what you think about it. If you haven't seen it yet, we just showed the clip of the young lady who refused the McDonald's because her child's father opted not to bring enough food for her other children. Yeah. So let us know what you all think about that. Should he be required to bring food for the others? Do you feel like he had a responsibility to bring food to the others, or was he justified in what he did? And we'd love to hear from you. So, friend, on social media, it's so much out there. People are just recording literally everything, girl. I saw 2 videos 2 days in a row on my algorithm on TikTok, right? And it was somebody robbing the store. Like, what message are we putting out there? That's number one.
But was the people who was robbing the store recording it, or was somebody just in the store recording somebody else robbing the store?
It was somebody else in the store recording them robbing the store. So
that seems to be the new trend. Let's just go in the store and take whatever we want and walk out. Like, they're not even running. They're not even trying to secretly steal.
Oh, look at this. He said this is what they should do.
Yeah, we said that too. Like, go eat in the car with it. And half the time, these little kids don't eat all of that crap he bought anyway. I'd have been like the other mom, divvying it up.
Right? Go ahead and cut that up 3 ways. Okay, that's his daddy. He get an extra.
Mm.
You know, and that she made it make sense. She was like, all right, so we about to make a little snack. They're gonna have to hold up until, you get what I'm saying, dinner gets here.
Yeah.
So it is
No,
what
but
it is.
no, like Stan's saying, no, he wasn't wrong. No, he wasn't wrong at all. We in no way, shape, or form are we saying he was wrong. He bought his kid food, period. The mother is who was wrong in this situation.
She was dead wrong.
She could have handled it so many other ways that all of that wasn't necessary. No, homeboy wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong.
No, it's nothing wrong about anything he did. He provided for his child, period. Whether and the thing that's crazy about it is a lot of people are looking at stipulations and stuff, friend. Like a lot of people are saying stuff like, oh, because he did it out of spite or he did blah blah blah. But it's like we don't have backstory.
How you gonna say he did it out of spite?
You don't know.
He food for his kid.
Right.
How is me feeding my offspring out of spite?
I've seen other things that are like, you know, he used to be with her and they were together cohabitating. He used to take care of those kids and now magically he's not. But no, with that, to that point, I say they are no longer together. And even when they were together, he had no obligation to provide for those children at that time either.
And if he did, that was very nice of him. He still didn't have to.
He did not have to. He did not have to. So what else do we have on the list, friend? What was the next thing?
Let's talk about this what the girl said about the Roe v. Wade.
Oh, hers is a little lengthy. So let me go on and pull her a little different. We're going to put her off to the side. Give me a second. I got to share her different. Y'all.
Oh, yeah. So basically,
we're going to talk through it.
Well, I thought you were uploading. I was just going to say it.
Okay,
but
go ahead.
Play it if you're ready.
Oh, I'm not. Go ahead.
Okay. So everybody knows about Roe v. Wade being overturned. We're not going to go into that. Everybody has their opinions and whatever. But this young lady brought forth a good point. Because now if you're telling me that if I get an abortion, that I will be prosecuted or, you know, I've created an offense, whatever it be. I don't even know. Is it a misdemeanor, felony, whatever? Shouldn't there be some sort of stipulation or obligation for this father who fathered this child? Like, then this person should be obligated to help me take care of this child since we made this child together. Valid. So when she's ready to play the video, we'll look at it and then we'll talk about it a little more.
All right, it's coming. I have to put it a different way so we can talk with it. But yeah, to that point, like you were saying, it's got to be some kind of repercussion in exchange, because if there was something else I want to talk about too, but I didn't write it down. Doggone it. But yeah, with that, it's what she's going to be saying. I'm just going to give a disclaimer right now. She does get a little bold and a little, you know, she's expressive. Okay. So y'all hang with us. We'll be interjecting in between because she had a whole ton to say. So, yeah. So we're going to let her say a little bit. Then we're going to say a little bit. All right, friend? All right. So it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Y'all hang with us, please. Thank you.
But I'm trying not to say too much with it before we show the clip. But there is like this, if you change the law for something, but more than one person is involved in that consequence, shouldn't the other person be responsible to a certain extent as well?
Valid. So are you ready, friend? I got it.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, this about to be a rant, and I don't even want to waste your time. Go ahead and unfollow.
Hold on, friend. I'm going to mute you.
Me because I'm pro-choice, pro my damn self, and anti anybody that hates women. I said because they're trying to overturn abortions, men that don't want to be fathers should be ordered to stay in the house and maintain a healthy household. Men that don't want to be in the house should give over their rights and be arrested. And like I knew I would be, I was attacked. Many of the comments was like, women need to be held accountable too. Let me make something abundantly clear. Women have been held accountable so much so, we have accountability spilled over that could be given to men. We live in a world where a man can say, not really ready to be a father. father and dip out. Well, y'all get child support, right? 20% of their income. And if they don't make income or their income comes under the table, well, that's a conversation y'all aren't ready to have. Some comments were like, it's not fair to punish men. It's the government that's trying to control women's bodies. Right. But unfortunately, nobody ever gives a fuck unless it negatively affects men. Some comments were like, women can strap up and put on a condom too. But the question isn't who is responsible for practicing safe sex. We trying to figure out what happens in the event that birth controls and condoms don't work because they're not foolproof. All I'm saying is if you want to control women's bodies, then more consequences have to be given to men.
So,
okay.
With that, not Stan, listen. I personally like her. I personally like her a whole lot because she is always ranting and carrying on and things like that.
Yeah.
But what she said, I agree. If and I'm sorry, but I can argue this.
Mm-hmm.
But if there are that many consequences being attached to women in this decision,
Mm-hmm.
then in turn there should be a consequence or repercussion equal but opposite, of course, for men. No?
Yeah. I agree.
I'm just saying.
I agree.
I'm gonna play a little more.
And the thing is, I don't know what, it is by, but now it's determined by each particular state what and if there are consequences. But yes, whatever they are need to apply to both of the people who made this child.
She has a little more to say, friends. Should I play a little more?
Oh Lord. Okay. Go on.
2 weekends out the month ain't comparable to raising a child. If raising a child was that easy, more people would do it. Women need to be held accountable, yet it's widely acceptable for men to get rid of their responsibilities and disappear. If a woman didn't feel like raising a child that she had brought onto this earth to, fulfill her dreams, she'd be attacked by everybody from every angle. Before you hit me with, well, everybody should be having safe sex, baby, I already said that. And the response I got from most men was, man, I ain't trying to hear all that. It feels good. Well, it doesn't.
So if it feels good, then if you're doing it because it feels good, then you deal with the consequences.
But friend, how are we going to know which guys are doing it because it felt good and which guys just slipped up?
Because if you're an adult, you didn't just slip up. There's no such thing. Pregnancy is 100% avoidable. I have told my kids that their whole life. If you don't want to get pregnant, there is 100% a way not to get pregnant. So now once you decide to dabble around with it and do the do, then you deal with the consequences of what the do is going to come out, what the outcome
what the do is going to do.
What the do is going to do. You're going to have to deal with them consequences.
Oh, Lord. Friend, I'm going to let her make one more statement and then we're going to go ahead and move on.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if it feels good to men. Women should make that hard decision and stand up and say, no, we have to wear a condom and we have to be safe. Right. Women, more accountability. In the event that she does the hard decision and say, if you don't want to do things the safe way, we won't do it at all. And the man doesn't want to take no for an answer, then what? Well, I guess she's a mother now and have to deal with whatever consequences come her way. Things shouldn't be done.
So, I'm gonna give her an applause. Oh, you're not on. You're on mute, friend. You're muted. My bad.
Yeah, I was steady ranting.
Go ahead, finish. Go ahead, start over. Go ahead.
No, my point is that it does. Everything always ends up being a consequence for the women, especially when it comes to having children, childbearing. Whether this child grows up and is a bad child, whether this child grows up and is a bad adult, or it always is like, and I do it. I'm even guilty of it. When I hear certain stuff, I be like, where his mother? Where's her mother? And it's bad. It's bad because not that child didn't have one parent. They had two. So where's the father? Like, was the father not around and things like that? So it gets frustrating when every time something adversely happens, and especially if it involves a man or a child, it's the woman's fault. How? I'm over here minding my business. Just like the whole when the man slapped the other man, when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, and they talking about Jada should have. Hold on. That's a grown man. He made that decision. How y'all put her name in your mouth and it had nothing? Didn't you hear him say keep his wife's name out your mouth?
That's exactly what he said. That's how Chris Rock got slapped. That's how he got slapped. Talking about that man's wife. Y'all better quit playing. But then the fact that she came out and was like, just casted all of the shame over to Will. I was like, stop it. Just stop it. Friend, let's lighten the mood just a little bit and talk about point number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So do y'all use washcloths? All right. If you're viewing us right now and you use a washcloth, put a number 1 in the chat. If you are viewing right now and you don't use a washcloth, put a number 2 in the chat. We want to know if you all are using washcloths. And we'll tell y'all. Friend, do you use a washcloth?
I do.
Use a washcloth?
Or a loofah. I have a
loofah.
Or washcloths.
A spoof or a washcloth.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got some washcloth users out there. I definitely use a washcloth. Not just one, not two. I use multiple washcloths. All right, you got them for different areas. You got them for your face. You got them for your nethers. All right, and the reason I said nethers is because of her. I'm about to play this video clip. All right, you got to have one for your nethers, okay? You got to have one for your face, and you need to have one for your body. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? A washcloth does take you a long way. The fact that Tech put one twice, because he want to make sure we know he uses a washcloth. Y'all, listen. Y'all, we about to giggle a little bit.
Borrowing a bar of someone's soap, that's...
Girl. Let me move her. There she goes. All right. So, y'all, on this video clip, thank you, friend, for fixing that. On this particular video clip, we are going to be discussing using a washcloth because we have been coming across these videos on social media and they are stinking hilarious. And I mean, the level of hilarious is obnoxious. So this is the first one. Here we go.
Borrowing a bar of someone's soap that's been in their bum.
In there,
like
how are you guys using soap at your house?
In and around your bum and your nethers.
I'll
you
accept
know,
around.
zones.
I don't know about in.
But like when you're soaping yourself up, do you, Ryan?
You lather up your hands and then use your hands.
What?
How are you using soap?
Is that actually how you use a bar of soap?
Is that how you not?
Oh my God.
What have you been doing?
Oh my God.
You've been putting the soap. Don't make. Oh. I've used soap at your house.
Taking the bar into the areas that it needs to go. Are you supposed to just like flap it up in your hands? And
Friend, what do you think? Are you flapping soap up in your hands? And then
Are you supposed to just flap it up in your hands? Exactly, Tay. Some people just nasty.
Y'all, I had to stop it because I'm up here literally in tears. I'm trying to keep it together. I had to stop it, friend. I couldn't take it. My makeup couldn't handle that tonight.
But it was the pure, like, she really had no idea. Like, she really was just shocked. But then, I mean, for me, and then he was shocked that she was using the bar soap just on her skin. But he still said, like, put it in your hands and so. But I'm like, have these people never heard of a washcloth?
Oh my gosh.
A sponge. It's a whole aisle of stuff for applying soap to your body.
Girl.
Do we not?
You know I have a second one. Friend. This one right here. Listen, y'all, I'm just being for real. The fact of the washcloth situation. We're gonna really get into that in a second, but yeah.
Are washcloth people real? Are there actually people who take these tiny towels into the shower, put soap on them, and rub them all over their body? It all just seems a little gross to me, honestly.
So, I mean, but how? Like, what part of it is gross?
I don't agree, so I don't know.
I just, you know, even though I disagree with stuff, I still be trying to figure out, like, where are you coming from?
That part. I was floored because I came across far more than these two videos of people who don't use washcloth.
Yeah,
or it's a washcloth substitute. You know, like a
Something.
loofah, a sponge, a spoof, or whatever. What are them things called? The fluffy ones.
No, ain't they called loofahs? I don't know.
That's a loofah? I don't know.
I think so.
But like the little fluffy, y'all know the sponge puff thing. But I'm a washcloth girl myself, okay? And
Mhm.
when he said there's no way that they're using a different one, that is a lie. Somebody should ask my husband how many washcloths are in our shower.
Yeah,
It
I
is
definitely
an
don't have the same one I
abundance,
use on my
okay?
body for my face.
Listen, it is. If you're using it over and over and over again, then yeah, that's kind of. But
Yes, Valerie, those exfoliating gloves is life.
yes,
Have your skin nice and smooth. Follow it up with some shea butter and some coconut oil. Oh my gosh, we got to talk about that. It's not on the list, but I'm bringing it up because I feel like this is appropriate. Applies to us in the melanin community. No, it's not an argument, but so my daughter tells me that there is a trend going around called it's called
badging.
slugging.
Is it?
Slugging. It's called body slugging.
Well then I don't know where you're going with this.
That's not what I'm talking about?
I don't know. Go ahead, because I don't know if we're talking about the same thing.
So apparently the non-melanated community has discovered lotioning their body.
Oh no. It was a whole other way that this was going. Okay.
No. I was still going with the whole washcloth. Yeah. So it's called body slugging, and it tells you like, oh, Vaseline is really good for sealing in moisture. And I'm going, are they just now discovering this? So are they're just walking around ashy? And I guess they could be because their skin is lighter and the ash would kind of blend in.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But I'm not being funny. I promise. I'm not being funny. It's gonna come out funny, but I'm not being funny. But if you see all of these like oil of Olay commercials and all of these other cream commercials and Nivea and all of that, they're non-melanated people. So how are they just finding out that they need to put on lotion or Vaseline or something on their skin?
Well, I don't know. And then they coined it with this term. But wait, it was even a dermatologist that were saying they were calling it the same thing.
Slugging.
I think it's slugging. Am I saying it right? Is it slugging? I'm gonna look it up because I'm not sure. Yes, slugging is a skincare trend going viral on Reddit. Slugging is a skincare trend which includes coating your face with petroleum or Vaseline. This is meant to prevent transepidermal water loss.
And it's because it leaves your face slimy as slug mucus. I don't want to go to bed with something that feels like slug mucus on my face.
Let me tell you something. I just remember being a kid and getting ready for church, and the last thing somebody doing on my face before we walked out the door was rub some Vaseline on it. Especially if you was a prone to be an ashy child, Vaseline got rubbed on your face.
On your face, on your lips,
on your elbows, your knees. Like you would get Vaseline from head to toe. So this is not nothing new. We know the uses of Vaseline, but the fact that now it's a skincare term and trend, it's a trend.
Girl, there are instructions. It says that you should slug your skin at least once or twice a week, depending on the condition.
Exactly. Especially in the winter living up north, Valerie, Vaseline went on your face.
Girl, I grew up down south and we was putting Vaseline on still. Wow. That is intense. And y'all should Google it. Because you brought that up and now I'm looking it up and I need to focus.
Slugging. Body slugging or face slugging.
Have y'all heard of that? Anybody out there viewing heard of that? Well, I'm sure we haven't, but y'all may have. You might have. It's a chance. But yeah, I'm definitely an advocate for washcloths. I don't think washcloths are gross. If you're a person who's using the same washcloth all over your body, shame on you. And yes, I'm shaming you. If you're a person who uses the same washcloth,
I ain't shaming you. That's still better than shoving the bar of soap up your crotch. So
I'm just saying
I mean, if you start at the face and go down with one washcloth, that's your business.
Oh, you know what? Valid. It starts from the top and work. Well, if you go tic-tac-toe, but I'm an advocate for washcloths. Shame on you if you're using the same washcloth all over your body. They're $1 at Dollar Tree. You can get two. And then just keep washing. All right, so I just feel like that's a minimum. You got to have at least 2. Thank you, Stan. Wait.
Yes. Use your
You need
washcloths,
at least 2, washcloths at any given time, and it's just just
we about to have some Melanin Mindset washcloths.
I'm sorry, y'all.
We're gonna have off-white for your face, and we're gonna have brown for your body.
Girl, there's some people out here need brown for their body too. So here we go. What's the next one on here? Is it all right to mix brands?
So I already know the answer.
You know my answer
for most people. So I always ask this question to my brothers, because I got 2 brothers, one being her husband and the other one being my actual brother. Like, if I wear my Nikes, is it bad if I put on my Adidas socks? And they always look at me like I am crazy. Like, why would you do that? Like that. But my Adidas socks is what's clean. So then I just can't wear either one.
Here's where I find a problem with that, right? This is where my issue comes in. When you plan out your outfit, he said you better not. If you plan out your outfit and intentionally lay Fila socks on your Nike outfit, I got beef with you.
Okay.
But if you're in a rush and you running out the door, I did it before, but nobody knew. I was rushing out and my shoes were just high enough, and the Fila was, and the reason I said Fila is because that's what I had done. So the Fila was on the bottom of my sock. The sock that people saw was white. Nobody knew it was a Fila sock, but that would be the only instance if I'm rushing to get my socks and I gotta run out the door and I'm like, dang it, I can't find nothing else. But I wear a plain sock before I put the Fila sock, and it's because my husband is a sneakerhead. But for the person who just consciously, you didn't think your outfit out, I'm sorry. Yeah, right. If you're going out, and that was actually the example I used. If you're going out somewhere and you just going out to just like run and play ball, or you just running an errand, it don't matter. But if you putting yourself together to step out, get it together. And if you want to be, if you want the Walmart special from head to toe, go for it. Just don't be mixing stuff.
But what if I got my Walmart special and then my Nikes?
Oh, well, that's fine. That's fine, because you're not going to wear no Garanimals logo. Those are baby clothes. Everything else at Walmart is neutral. Yeah, so you'll be fine. You can put your
what about bags and wallets? If I have a Louis Vuitton bag, can I pull my Coach wallet out of it? Or do I have to have a Louis Vuitton wallet? Or do my designer accessories have to match?
That's a little intense. I'm gonna say I know I don't match my designer. Valerie said yes.
Valerie said yes.
Valerie, I don't. I definitely
don't pull your Michael Kors wallet out of your Burberry bag.
Out of my Coach bag. I have a red Michael Kors clutch that my husband got me, and it is in my Coach bag. No lie. And it's in my Coach bag. And then I have my Karl Lagerfeld coin purse, and it's often in my Coach bag, or that Michael Kors goes in the Karl Lagerfeld. It doesn't matter.
Valerie said it better match. I don't know. Now for me, I don't know why. I don't care either way. But if I had to say yes, it better match, I think it's more important for the person wallet to match than my t-shirt and my sneakers.
If you got a big big Nike check on your shirt and you walking around in some Adidas,
I got beef.
I got beef. If you're not running to the dollar store, friend,
I got beef with you with your Michael Kors wallet and your Coach bag.
It is. I guess we beefing then, friend. We beefing because I know.
So I'm gonna need you to get a Coach wallet.
No, absolutely not. Well, yeah, absolutely, baby. If you're listening, I would like a Coach clutch to go inside of my bag. You heard Kia say.
No, Valerie was saying it don't matter. She said it doesn't matter. Long as they are good, then they don't have to be the same brand.
No, Valerie, I'm sorry. I'm mad I put that comment on the screen. No, Valerie, they have to match. They have to match. The purse, not so much. But your clothes need to match. If you have a big Nike check and some Adidas, or you got on Adidas with Reebok, like, bro, no. Right. The socks don't show. so you're good. And that's just kind of how I feel as
I'm gonna
well.
put an outfit together and post it on our Instagram just for y'all, and ain't nothing gonna match.
You
Just
see what
to
he
make
said?
y'all mad.
Friend,
Uh-huh.
he said thanks. So
Yes.
you know what, y'all, just for y'all, I'm gonna unveil it too. I'm gonna come with my clutch and my wallet and my purse, and we're gonna make sure it's
What
together.
about your nails and your toes? When you get your nails done and then you get your tails done, do the colors have to match?
My nails and my tails, yes. My
Your
toes
nails
and
and
my
your
nails
toes.
match. Yeah, my toes and my nails match.
But like, do they have to? What y'all think? Like, do you feel like it's a thing? Like, maybe I'm just a gypsy. I don't care. I like color. I want it everywhere.
Well, yeah, if I have a uniform theme, I think the only time my toes and my nails usually match. Because even I don't like green, but for graduation we wore green.
I should know your nails and toes must match. Sorry, ladies.
Yes, it does. It must. And so, like, even though I don't care for green, and I was like, I wasn't positive if my toes was going to be out or not. But yeah, I got my toes painted green, and when I got home, I painted them white, just because I don't care for green, and so I covered it up when I got home. But for the sake of the event, they matched. Oh yeah, they matched. It says, I don't care long as your feet ain't crusty. I can't deal. I can't deal. But yeah, I feel like it's important. Like I feel like your nails and toes do need to match, because with that, it's selective.
Can I get like a neutral or a white on my toes and then get whatever color I want on my fingers? Like, I feel like I get my fingernails, and it's probably because I'm a hairdresser, I get my fingernails changed more often than my toes. So I tend to go with a toenail color that kind of goes with whatever. So it's usually white. I'll do a light pink, whatever, because it'll match with whatever I'm wearing. But my nails, sometimes I want like lime green on my nails. I don't want that on my toes.
I say complementary colors work, and being hairstylist, and your colors, so complementary colors would service. I think if you have complementary colors, like, that still matches. They don't have to be identical, but they need to be siblings. You get what I'm saying? So like, if you went with like a powder color on your toes, and then whatever, that's good too. That'll work. But yeah, they need to at least be relative.
So I can't get polka dots on my nails and stripes on my toes.
All right, what's the next subject? I'm not doing this with you. What's on the list? To spank or not to spank? I wish I had the dun dun dun. There we go.
To spank your children or not? Let's make sure we are being specific. We are talking about parenting, and we are talking about children. So all of you kinky people, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about children and discipline. So do we spank? Should we spank? What, Marquita, let's ask you. To spank or not to spank?
So first thing, I don't have any children that I have provided life to. I have no children. There was a point in time where I was in a somewhat of a spank, but now I think I am pretty well set in my ways. My husband and I are on the same page. Spanking is not an option. Now, I shouldn't say not an option. It's not completely off the table, but it's more like last resort, extreme measures type stuff. But no, I'm team don't spank.
I think I am. I don't want to say yes, I'm team spank, because there are very few things that I think call for you to lay your hands on a child.
Right.
But when it comes to safety things, I don't know. Like, if my child ran out in the middle of the street and a car was coming and I grabbed them, they probably getting spanked for that. Or sticking your fingers in the socket. When they're smaller, sometimes I feel like they need that little bit of pain to associate with, like, oh, don't go by the stove.
I can control the pain versus them getting pain that I can't fix.
Yeah.
I think those quick snaps are, Go ahead.
Like, I'm a quick thumper. I'm a pincher. I am that. But like a all-out spanking, like with a belt and all of that carrying on. First of all, I'm too lazy. I'm not about to break no sweat over you. Because you don't want to listen. So I am more of a punishment type. I will make your life miserable before I spank you. Yeah.
Woo.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I do think, and when we were talking about this, it's like, who is the spanking for?
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like, who is it for?
It's
Like,
because you've gotten frustrated.
yeah. And so it's
Yeah.
like, you're mad at me. So because you're mad at me, now you want to inflict pain upon me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it. So when I'm mad, I should just inflict pain upon people because it's going to make me feel better. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that that is the sole logic behind people spanking their children. You do what you do, and I'm not saying don't, but we are again today, and I don't think that it's right. I don't think you should just out of your sheer frustration put your hands on a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Out of your sheer frustration and anguish, and now you don't know what else to do, so let me just knock them out. And that way, hopefully, maybe tomorrow when they finally do come back to, then we'll try again.
Yeah. The thing about it is like I feel like people use spanking like to scare the kids, but the ones
Oh,
that
it works. It
the one
works.
no, it doesn't work when you threaten to spank and then you don't.
Mm.
Because now you have a kid that knows you're just a liar. you
Oh, but
better stop.
when you
You
threaten
better
the
stop. I'm
spanking, you
gonna
do.
spank you, and then you don't, and you become just that person that always threatens to spank and never spanks. You're gonna have a child that will continually try you. So either you're gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. Don't be that one to threaten that you're gonna spank them and you ain't gonna spank them, because that you're still gonna have a child that's not gonna listen to you.
Right. And
Yeah. I am an
that's
advocate. I am an advocate for punishment. We used to have the Sunday box. So if they got in trouble, I took every electronic, every wire, every cell phone, every video game, and it went into a locker until the following Sunday. So you didn't get it until Sunday. And if you got in trouble on Sunday, you wasn't getting it until the following Sunday. And if you got in trouble on Saturday, you wasn't getting it until the following Sunday. So that was where my my way of disciplining, and like my kids, they like their freedom, so they for the most part kept it together.
so, friend, in the spirit of the title, let's argue, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you say to the parent who is like, I'm gonna beat them before the world beats them? And that is a common rebuttal when people are like, "Oh no, I don't think you should spank kids," or I don't agree with spanking. Oh, I'm gonna do it before the world has a chance.
Okay, so I agree with it to a certain extent. Okay, I'm gonna say I disagree with it, but there are, because I always think about parents whose kids is like strung out on drugs or they run in these streets, and
The extreme,
the
yeah.
extreme ones. And I know that if any of my kids ever got to that extreme, I would lock their asses in a room and they wouldn't be able to get out until they get themselves together. Because what you done lost, we're not gonna need rehab. Rehab gonna be right up in here. You ain't going nowhere. If I gotta lock your ankle to the corporate point, whatever, y'all can call whoever you want to call. I bet you ain't gonna be strung out no more. But I understand that sentiment of like trying to discipline your children because the world is going to discipline them even harder. But a lot of people, most of the people who say that, they're not disciplining their child because their child did something that would, if they did out in the world, would get them in trouble. Just like you said, you just frustrated because your child won't shut up, or your child won't sit down, or your child, you know,
they didn't move
and
fast enough.
your resort is to beat them. Just because a child won't sit down, that doesn't mean let me beat the life out of them. Like they're gonna be sniffing paint off the wall. Won't be no paint on the wall then. If they start doing that, won't be no paint.
I can't. We got another comment out here that says, I used to believe spanking was necessary, but my wife has brought enlightenment in my life to understand that this is not necessary.
Yeah.
We got another one here. Linda says, spank is my last option, but I will give a good pop punishment is the first option.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe in a quick pop. Now ain't nothing
Yeah.
wrong with a quick pop. Now
A
I'm gonna
pop
sting
or
you,
pinch.
get your attention, and like let's get
Mhm.
it together. You
Yeah.
know, my thing, and I think I don't know how my nieces and nephews engage with their parents, but
Mhm.
I've definitely got away with more than anything the intimidation factor. It's kind of like you don't know what auntie would do. It's
Yeah.
like they're not 100% clear as to how
Yeah.
far I will go. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Now, all of them
Mhm.
have at least been popped once by me. So they're aware, you get what I'm saying, of what's possible, but they don't know when or if it will be. You get what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I have definitely gotten away quite a bit with just simply the level of, and it is just intimidation. There, it's not. I can't say that it's out of genuine respect. It's just intimidation. They don't know if I
Mhm.
will lose it or if I will stay calm. I am a person who will talk to them, and I got it honest from my dad. My dad will lecture forever, and I shared that on our Father's Day episode.
Yeah.
But I picked it up. I feel bad for my future children because I'm
Mm.
good at it.
You
And so,
you very much are. You very
oh,
much are.
I'm good at it. And so
Mhm.
I will talk with them. And I told you my niece broke my heart last year because I told her, I said, what we're not going to do is carry on like that. And what we're not going to do is be showing our behind.
Mhm.
I said, I'm not okay with that. That's all I said to her. And I said it to her like that. Do you know that girl cried for almost an hour?
Cause you know.
Because she said, you were just so upset with me. And I'm like, I didn't even raise my voice. I just said what we're
Mhm.
not gonna do. And she was just, but they like the idea of they come with me, we go and live life. But if you cutting up, we can live it right here in these walls. You get what I'm saying? There was
Mhm.
time I was like, beat me, please. I
Yeah.
that
See? See? Mhm.
listen, I had a few moments like that, but my dad, he was kind of like give you a couple licks and send you on your way kind of dad. He was
Mhm.
my daddy wasn't even getting up off the edge of the bed. He wasn't He wasn't getting off the bed. He was just gonna say, "All right, put your hand out."
Mhm. Yeah, Daddy was like me. I'm not about to wear. I'm not about to get tired over your nonsense.
Listen, my dad will pass out them couple of little licks there and be on with his life. Do you hear me?
Mhm.
And I'm sitting there like,
I think we closing in, so let's go for some of these little lighter,
"Oh,
these
I
li-
wanted you, girl. I wanted you to go for number 8.
these
That's what
lighter these lighter arguments.
I'm
Oh,
happy with
okay.
lighter. I wanted you to go heavy. I wanted you to hit them heavy and make them think before we go home.
Uh,
Or we
all
can
right.
save it and do it next week. Do the heavier stuff next week.
We could, yeah.
That sounds good. So go on, light. Go ahead. Bring in
All
gifts.
right, so we dang, I wanted to put them up as pictures, so I'll wait with those with the words. But let's talk about grits. Sugar in your grits or salt in your grits?
Are you a sugar person or a salt and
Are
pepper
you a
or
sugar
powder?
in your grits or salt in your grits? Please respond with your preferred white white powder.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Listen, just drop in the chat down below, y'all. Put sugar if you're sugar, salt if you're salt. If you're salt and
Yeah.
pepper, just put salt. All right. Let us know what you all are putting in your grits.
Somebody say both, neither.
She don't eat grits. That's my mama.
Sugar.
It's a blend. Okay. But you do believe sugar goes in grits. Okay. So for those who put sugar at all in your grits, drop sugar. That's what
Yeah.
we're trying to see. Because to cook grits, you need a little salt.
You got to put
But
salt in
yeah,
it.
you
Yeah.
gotta put salt. But I mean, do you add sugar to your grits? I'm definitely a butter sugar girl.
Yes.
I am a
Me
butter
too.
sugar savory girl. If there's no sugar, it's gotta have cheese.
Yeah. Now, I
Remember,
don't know. I'm on the fence with the sugar. With the cheese, I mean, with the cheese.
really?
I've had some good cheese grits, but I've never made them myself. So that's why I say like I don't know. Like
Oh,
but it gotta have sugar.
yeah.
It gotta have sugar. My grits have to be sweet to some extent. I need
We
a little bit
went.
of sugar.
Remember, we went to Louisiana Bistro and I got the shrimp and grits, and they had them
Yeah.
jalapeno Gouda grits.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I've had those. I've gone to places that have had like the cheesy grits, and it was delicious because it just went with the dish.
Right.
But
Whole
if
facts.
I'm in the kitchen, it's getting sugar and butter.
Oh yeah, it's got to have sugar and butter, and if it doesn't, it will have to have cheese, some type of cheese, and I mean heavy on the cheese. When I was a kid, we used to put the slices of cheese, little plastic slices of cheese, little not plastic slices, but
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. You make your grits, you push it down in the middle, and you start stirring for dear life, and you just keep shoving it in there and stirring for dear life until it's nice and creamy. It's so good. She said, "You know what? Now I won't."
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a lot of people are putting sugar in their grits, a balance of
Yeah.
both with butter. Okay.
Yes.
So we don't have a ton of no sugar people. My sister was telling me when I asked her for something, she said her kids are putting syrup in their grits.
That's
It
because they
was,
ain't got no sugar.
um, what about
That's the
salt on?
that's the replacement when it ain't no sugar. So maybe she ain't had no sugar one day, and then they got hip to it, and they was like, "Oh, that's a they like
You
it."
know that's how all the stuff come out. That's how all the combinations come out.
Mhm.
A few more fun ones on here. Say salt on watermelon, ketchup on eggs, pineapple on pizza.
Mhm. I do like pineapple on pizza. Like if it's there, I'm not. I'm not necessarily gonna order it, but if I'm somewhere and they got the Hawaiian pizza, I like it. I think it's good.
Mm-mm. I don't think hot fruit is okay.
Have you? What do you mean you don't think hot fruit is okay?
Uh-uh. Mm-mm. I eat apple pie and peach cobbler for the crust. I don't eat the apples or the fruit that's in it. Mm-mm. Hot fruit, no. Um,
Interesting.
is sweet potatoes? No, that's a potato. No.
That's a potato,
Mm-mm.
but I put pineapples in my sweet potatoes.
Yeah, no. If you make candied yams, I don't eat candied yams. So yeah,
Mhm.
mm-mm. I eat sweet potato pie.
Mm.
I don't eat candy yams.
Mm. No, I like a good pineapple pizza, but with the ham and the Hawaiian pizza, it's good. I like it.
I don't do pineapple on pizza. I don't do hot fruit.
Ketchup on eggs. I guess it depends on the eggs. Like if they're just plain, like if I'm out, I tend to put it on my eggs. But if I make my eggs, I don't put ketchup on my eggs.
Mm. Listen, he said as long as it's got a spicy kick. At
Mm-hmm.
my age, it doesn't matter. My grands say no.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I listed that one because when I was talking to my sister, she was rambling some off. So I kind of listed those together, but I don't even eat scrambled eggs. I don't even eat ketchup. So that's not my realm of expertise.
Mm-hmm.
However, y'all, I recently just tried, and I'm sorry, I'm late on the whole trend, but I tried the watermelon with the mustard.
Mm.
It did not disappoint.
Hmm.
It's something. Like I was telling Kia, I was like, it's something. I don't know what the something is,
Watermelon and mustard.
but it's something. It's something.
Hmm.
It does taste good. It's pleasing. It's just like I don't know what exactly the is it is. You know what I mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
you never ate something that was good and then you just questioned what did I just eat? But it tasted good. That's how
But
I
that,
felt.
but that's like with the mango and the watermelon. Like people, I've seen people down here in Florida put like salt or vinegar or salt and pepper on their watermelon and mangoes, and I was like, why?
Oh
I didn't
wow.
understand.
Now I'm an avid salt on my watermelon girl. I grew up eating
What does it
watermelon.
do? Like, what does it do? Does it make it
Bruh,
sweeter?
it's like this sweet and spicy thing that's happening. It's amazing. It's amazing. Let's see what this says here. A little pineapple juice and sweet potato pies. Your dad eats eggs with ketchup, mustard with watermelon is gross. I'm mad she hit all three of the things that we.
Uh-huh.
She said a little pineapple juice and sweet potato pie. Yes, a little
Yes.
pineapple juice, sweet potato pie.
Yes.
Your dad eats eggs with ketchup, which is my dad, and then mustard with watermelon is gross. Ma, and I'm sorry, Ma. I need you to try the watermelon with mustard. It actually is.
She gonna
It's a
make
thing.
me try it.
We should. We should try it. We're going to record it and then post it on TikTok. So y'all better go find us over on TikTok. And no better time than now for me to go ahead and do that weird plug thing that I be doing throughout the episode.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you're among the first to know when the Melanin Mindset goes live. Friend, I think we're reaching that point where we need to start shouting out the first comment on our live. So we will start doing that hopefully soon. Just to
Okay.
give you a shout out. So when we go live, make sure you comment first so we can give you a shout out in one of our episodes. It won't be next episode, y'all. We got to get it together. I just think it's a good idea. All right. So with that, with that being said, find us on Facebook, The Melanin Mindset, on Instagram, Melanin Mindset _ TikTok, Melanin Mindset _ and then on, TikTok, The Melanin Mindset. All right. And that's Twitter, Melanin Mindset _ So y'all make sure you are plugged in, tuned in with The Melanin Mindset, and sharing our content with people you care about. So friend, go ahead and hit us with this last bit of conversation and we're going to head on out the door.
Okay. So we just picked a couple words that people often mispronounce, or
What you mean? They don't often mispronounce those?
they often say them differently. So I started with one word. I don't know if you guys can see it up here. So OFTEN. How do you pronounce this, friend?
Often.
Often. I say often.
I say
often too. Now I read in somewhere where it was never often. It was often. The T was silent. And I mean, if you look in the dictionary, it has both. But we also know that the dictionary has a tendency to add to whatever, because so many people mispronounce things. Now it's just a thing. Like, let's just put it in the dictionary because everybody keeps saying it. Okay, how about this one?
Library.
Library.
The library.
The library. I'm going to the library. The
library.
Man,
the library. That's a library. That's a lie. Oh man. What's your next one? And I hope you all looking at these words, and please take them to the next person you see and find out if they are butchering these words. I am a kilometer girl.
I'm a kilometer. Kilometer. Now in the from the article I took the word from, it said it is kilometer, not kilometer. But I've heard it both ways. But I always say kilometer, and then I think I heard somebody say kilometer while I was an adult, and I was like, I guess.
I've been kilometering up my whole life.
Well, I said kilometer because meter, and then they just added kilo to it, so it's kilometer. I don't know.
Kilometer.
this last one.
You should have did this one first, because you know I feel the most about this one.
Yeah, I know about this one. So how do you say this one, Fred?
It is salmon. It doesn't matter how I say it.
It does matter, because some people say it differently.
Some people say it wrong.
They're gonna put it in the NMNOP.
Listen,
and I say salmon as well, but I have heard people say salmon.
Salmon
or salmon.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you do not sound bougie when you say salmon. You sound silly. All right, you do not sound bougie. That's the thing.
The word is salmon. This one is not up for debate. I have heard people say kilometer and kilometer, but this one is not up for debate. The L is silent. I need y'all to stop saying this L. The L is silent.
Okay. Listen, we are here to say as firm as humanly possible to our amazing viewers and the melanated community. The word is salmon.
It's salmon.
It's salmon. And if you don't believe us, please fact check, because we've done the search already. All right. So go on and fact check us if you need to. But we've definitely done the research. It is for certain salmon. It's not salmon. And again, you don't sound that bright saying salmon.
You don't. Oh, I know. This one's going to be funny. I had a student say, when she says length, she was like, oh, you said it without the G. You have to say the G.
Length.
Like how? How do you say the G? So she's like length.
I knew where that was going.
Like doing something in her throat. And I'm like, what? No, you still didn't say the G.
Length. I can't do length.
Yeah, I don't know what she was doing. I was like, girl, shut up and get out of here. It's length.
Yes. Listen, if you have any topics you'd like to argue with us about next week, please tune in with us at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We have a healthy list of other argumentative topics.
Yes.
So we're excited to keep arguing with y'all next week. If you have something you want to bring to the table, comment down below if you're watching the playback, and we'll be sure to grab the topic that you share with us and include it in next week's episode if we can get it on in there. He said, listen.
List 10. Specific.
Oh, specific is a bad one. No,
Yes.
people just can't say specific. It's not a matter of them thinking. They just can't get it out. Something about the spa is a struggle.
Spa. Can you say spoon? Can you say spout?
How many kids say poon?
Specimen.
I need a poon. And they're still saying it. And it's probably because that's how their parents talk. But anywho, y'all, we headed on our way out the door tonight. Friend, do you have anything for the people?
Like, thank y'all for coming out. God bless and good night.
Anyway, so what I have to share with you all this week and send you on your way, okay? I want you all to keep in mind that just because someone made friend, and it has to do with what they said about Big Liz, okay? Not Big Liz, is that her name? Her name's Big Liz, Liz dog, her. Just because someone might look like you does not mean they are for you. So please keep in your mind that you are the one who sets the tone for who you are, your own self-confidence, and where you plan to go and what you want to be. So I want you all to keep that at the forefront of your head and don't let no haters block you, y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your night, and we are out. Bye.